Hello, good evening, welcome. Hello and good evening and welcome. And good hello, evening. Welcome everybody. I'm Chris, this is Gross Models, and this is an evening with a gang. At the moment it's just me, but you know what the gang are like. Someone might turn up in a couple of minutes, or, an hour, or, you know, 85 minutes time. But if they don't, it will just be me. But, we'll have fun. Let's have a look through the chat tonight and see who we've got in. I for some reason, I seem to have chat from last week up here. We have Adam, who was on the stream last week. I got it from Facebook. Look, it's got a little F in the corner of it, so no, you know where it is. Which, yeah, and my replies come up as well with a little F on them for Facebook. On the actual real chat, we have Pascal saying good evening. Wishing the Dutch people a wonderful St. Nicholas Eve, indeed. It's sort of a Christmassy thing as far as I can tell, but early. I don't know why we don't get it early. We should have it early. Eric's here saying evening, Pascal. Sprue and Glue is here. Dad's in. We have Skullfish, obviously, and then people have to say Skullfish, as everybody has to say Skullfish. Gemma's in. Evening, Pascal, Eric's through, Dad, and Skullfish, and Chris still has the beard. Indeed, it's there. It goes occasionally, like once a year, maybe sometimes, but it always comes back. What can you do? Everyone's saying hello. Hello. Spring Blue obviously says Skullfish. Skull Shark, I think that is, isn't it? That's Skull Shark. It must be the grown-up version of Skullfish, maybe. I'm not sure. Falcon Nomad is here. Evening, welcome. That's seen there. Quite a man's in. Hi all. Dad, Pascal, Skullfish. Swigging Pigs in. Cynical Steve. There we go. Now we're getting to the names. Tiger Tank 2. Good evening. Shane's in. Screw Glue Addict. The other Screw Glue. We have abbreviated. It's now Nat Williamson. Evening. Lord Barkley is here. And that seems to be everybody that I've got on the chat so far. But obviously, keep chatting, keep posting, because things pop up and come up occasionally. Right, let's start. The first thing is the Gross Group. It's a thing. You can join it. I'll press the button for it. It's there for you to put some things in. Post up pictures of your work in progress, finished work, anything you like, just any comedy, anything. And I go through every Thursday and put up the pictures that have appeared in the previous week. So that's there. If you're in the Model Makers Boom Hut, then it's automatically approved for you to join. If you're not, then there's just a couple of joining question sort of things, and then I'll notice, or one of the other mods will notice and approve your entry, and then you can get to posting. You can do it now. You can even do it now, and then I can be showing you a picture in, I don't know, half hour or so. I don't have a particular timetable for these things. It's when I remember to do it. I also have a website, which I shall put the link there as well. You can come and have a look at stuff. I occasionally put things up there. I should do it more often, but I keep forgetting. And I'm not that interesting, so I don't have things to say very much. So, yeah, that's there. You can always email me on chris@grossmodels.uk. You get emails along with the website, so it all sort of works. If you'd like to support me, you can help support me on Patreon, which is there. Just making sure I press the right button. You can come along, join. I've got, like 13, 14 patrons on there, so you're welcome to come along and join the ever-growing family. From as little as $1 a month, you get access to some extra posts and things for $5 a month, which is virtually nothing really, but it all adds up. If 100 of you do it, that'd be lovely. And you get access to some exclusive videos and even access to joining with the gang. You don't have to wait along for the evening with everyone. I do have, let's say, patrons already. I put the link in there now. So yeah, come along and join them. What else have we got? That's all the links I've got. Oh, Gross merch. You can buy your own hoodies and t-shirts and things. More hamsters as well. Look, you can wear both and switch between the two. So that's a thing that is there. There is still the grot. I haven't got a banner for it. Oh, I haven't got a link for it either, apparently. My link's not working. Might be because I've posted too many too quickly. I'll try it again now. Yeah, that worked, apparently. The Golden Grot at my local Warhammer store, my Orange Dragon, Mango the Tango Drango, is still in competition until the weekend. So vote, go and vote for him. It's the orange one, the one with lots of votes. Join the masses. Paul's is in there as well. He's the blue one. You can vote for that as well if you like, but you know. But yeah, I think it's the most votes they've ever had for a, a Golden Grot competition entry. I think even Paul's has surpassed, you know, what any other winning model has done previously. So they're quite impressed with the number of people that are voting for it. But more, it's even better. So pop along and put in your vote. I think on Saturday it finishes. It's the first Saturday in the month that they start a new one. I'm not doing the next one, but I might do another one at some point. So, you can pop along and have a look at that. Let's have a look through the chat that I've missed while I was doing that. I saw the numbers keep going up. The Fixilator is here. Hi, Chris and everyone. Hello. I'm assuming you know me because you said Chris, but you didn't just say Gross Models. But I don't recognise the name, so hello, and let us know if you change your name from something else. Let us know because it's nice to know who we're talking to. Unless I do know you and I've completely forgotten, because this is quite likely as well. Yeah, that's everyone. That's me. The war hamster behind Chris seems to have spotted something amusing on the back of his head. Yeah, that's the. I've got to remember which side because it's sort of reversed for me on this. That's the original art from Fox. That after I manipulated Warhammer and turned it into Warhamster, he promised to paint me one or draw me one, which he did, and it's there. And I've actually been able to update my plastic Warhamster that Spid printed the head off, and I've repainted it. There we go. The focus should kick in to be matching. He's got the half white face now. So yep. Thank you, Fox, for that. If you're watching, if you're not watching, then thanks anyway. But you know, that was all me posting. Lee is in saying your shirt matches your Baneblade and Dragon. There is a reason for that. It also matches the sales of the Dark Elder Raider. That was the first thing that I did, and yeah, I've gone orange for the colouring. Lee is in fact the manager of my local Warhamster shop. So yeah. Oh, he's posted on Facebook as well. Look, see. All the cool kids are watching on YouTube though, so you should come and watch there. Let's see. I mean, you've won by some way. He said, yeah, it's quite convincing, but yeah. Ed's putting his email up for some reason, not sure why. Don't know about Blackpool. I'm not sure about that. Then everyone's saying even nil. So yeah, that's everybody. Does Chris's top look red to you? Says Frugler. Yeah, the hoodie's red. The Gross Models is red branding, as you can see. It's like on the logo's got red. It's just the Warhamster that's orange because of the orange theme. Where can I go any further around? But I'm in the middle of doing the Baneblade. It's quite big. It's bigger than it should be because it shouldn't. This little turret should be the big turret, and the big turret shouldn't be there. But I've sort of amended things and adapted it to make the make it more Dakar, and that's going to be quite orange as well. Eventually, it's a little bit scary, but yes, that is there. No more chat going on that I can see. It's nice to see the Facebook things going on though. Thanks for popping in, Lee, and like seeing that I can actually read things. Throughglue says Baneblade. It's not a Baneblade anymore because I had to add extra guns to it. I think it's a combination of. Now the Baneblade itself comes with instructions for building 8 different variants? Yeah, there's Baneblade, Hellhammer, Storm Sword, Shadow Sword, Bane Sword, Doom Hammer, Bane Hammer, Stormlord. So I'm using combinations of the Bane Sword main gun with the Baneblade turret and other bits from obviously the little gun sponsor and things are going to be on there and everything. So I think it's going to end up having to be a Bane sword blade hammer shadow something. Yeah, I haven't thought through the name fully yet, but it's going to have a combination of at least 2 or 3 different Baneblade variants in the name. So yeah, Dad says it's Bangblade now. It's definitely more Dakar than it used to be. But Chris, once you finish painting it, you won't be able to see it. The magic of camo. I think it only works if it's hidden behind something orange. So the camo of, being on a orange desert world would be fine. But in the jungles, I think it would be quite apparent that you can see it. So yeah, basically it's a tank. It's a tank. It's a big tank anyway, but it's gonna have even more big shooty things on it. Bane bladder. George says Chris has got a haircut. That was ages ago. I've been on. Oh, I've done the E-model show since then with hair. It's a BMT, MBT, massive big tango. Yes, massive big tank. Big F tank. Fighting? Yeah, fighting. That'll be what it is. Had an argument with a barber. I don't go to barbers anymore. I've got clippers. Do it yourself. It's quicker, easier, cheaper. You just, cut and go. Actually, I was shaving my beard and I forgot to stop, so I just kept going. No, every so often I completely, well, not completely get rid of it. It's still hair, but I just go a little bit more extreme. And then it got really cold, so I did sort of time it quite badly this time round. But what can you do? All right, so everyone is saying hello to everybody still, because people are still coming in. Apparently, there's 24 of you watching now, so welcome to all of you. I shall put the link up again for the group, and I haven't opened up the group. I was a little bit late coming in today. I haven't got everything prepared. Like I normally have everything obviously planned and prepared and organised, and I didn't do any of that. I don't normally do any of that, so yeah, you're not missing anything there. I shall have a look and see. What have we got? I've got pictures. Yeah, we got some pictures there since last week. I don't remember, as ever, exactly what I saw last week. So, did we see that? I don't remember that, but I do remember that. When was that? That was a picture. I know you can't see it, so it's not really. I don't remember seeing that picture, but that one we probably did. I think we'll probably start about there. In a little while, you can still pop along and join in and do stuff with it. So yeah, that's there. Osric's here, says hello. Sprue and Glue says don't forget to give a thumbs up, peeps, on the video. It doesn't really matter. Thumbs up are lovely. It's the it means nothing to anybody. I don't think. I don't think it means anything to YouTube even. It's one of those things that's just it's nice to have more thumbs up than thumbs down, but it doesn't affect anything in any way, shape or form. So it's the like and subscribing, but yeah, the liking doesn't really do anything. But subscribe by all means if you're not already subscribed to the channel and you do like what you see. By all means, subscribe along, come along, have a look at my past videos, because there's lots of videos on the channel there, probably a couple of hundred now, of various things. So you can all come along and watch my back history. All of the video builds that I've done on things are in individual playlists, so they're nice and easy for you to find. So if you want to see something, just click on play and it will play through all of them. Stuartson, for some reason you're just saying hello to me and Dad. There's lots of other people here as well. You should say hello to everybody. It's just yeah, so that's quarter of an hour in, and nobody's turned up yet. If you are in the Gross group, gang, not the group. The group is the Facebook group. I always get them confused. The gang is my private gathering of like-minded people. If you're in the Gross gang, come along and join me online, because otherwise I've got nobody to talk to. It's all lonely sitting here on my own. And if nobody turns up, I have to do stuff, and I don't like doing stuff. Sunday's my Warhammer day when I do stuff. The Thursday I like to be able to interact with the chat properly and read and talk to people. But I can't talk to people if they're not here. So last week was great. It went really quick, and there's a couple of people in. The last Thursday of the month, I do an evening with everyone where I put the link out into the public, so anyone can click on it and come along and join in. And it's great. And normally, a person or two will pop in and say hello and hang out and chat, and it's great. Uh, but that's just the last one of the month. At the moment, I might increase it to more. If the gang are being a bit rubbish and not turning up, then I might have to have more open days when anybody can come in and join me. But we'll see how we go. Carol's in at making models, saying banana for some reason. I'm not sure why. Edward says it affects your search results, does it? Oh, right, likes. Do they? They get pushed more to the front of YouTube's algorithm things. I don't think YouTube know how YouTube work, but I don't mind them. They're lovely, but yeah. Everyone's saying everybody cream, says Edward. I think that's in relation to the bananas. Timber's here. Hi all. Sprue and Glue says that was great fun last Thursday. Indeed. I hope George would join, but walking to the English pub. You're not back in England again, are you? What are you? What? Did you sneak back into England without telling anyone, or have you got an English pub over where you are in America land? We need information, and I'm sure you got Wi-Fi. You can join on your phone. No, you don't join on your phone. Pi, says Edward, like 3.1415927. Or do you mean a different type? Like apple. What's the best pie? I like shepherd's pie because I like lamb. Lamb is probably my top meat. But yeah, what's your favourite pie? I'll put a banner up. I haven't got a banner for it, but I shall make one live on air. I'll just put pie. That makes sense. Pie. There we go. And I won't know anything when that appears next week. What's your favourite pie? Tell me in the chat, because I might as well talk about something. And while we're at it, we can do time and telly as well, which is what time zone is it where you're at? What is your current time of day? And what are you watching on telly? Not necessarily telly, might be YouTube. Not exactly what you're watching at the moment, because that's me, obviously. But are you watching a series of something on the telly or YouTube or Netflix, streaming service, Disney Plus, whatever it is we haven't got yet? What are you watching? Whereabouts in the world are you? And what's your favourite pie? Go. Let's see. We have votes. We have votes in. It is one here, says George. So yeah, he didn't sleep back into the country without us knowing. 3.142. Yeah, I normally go more decimal places than that. You've got to be a bit more precise. Edward says banana cream pie. Okay, yeah. Cherry, Sprue and Glue. Apple, says Dad. Chicken and mushroom or apple. Very different pies, those. You can't decide between. I don't like mushrooms. Chicken's okay, but chicken's the sort of the meat that's least meaty of all meats, isn't it? If you're gonna have meat and you don't really chicken, that's the peas in a can pie. You mean pecan pie? I don't like nuts, so no, I wouldn't do that. Beat me to it. Gooseberry pie. That's one I don't think I've ever had. Falcon says pork pie. Pork pies are good, yeah. Sprue and Glue says it's 8:17, and the last of the Dark Crystal. I haven't got around to watching that yet. I keep meaning to. The Dark Crystal series. That's on my list of things to watch. Gemma says Apple. Timber says UK, so same time zone. I've been watching YouTube vids about the new Star Wars ride at Galaxy's Edge, Rise of the Resistance. Yeah, I've seen lots of stuff about Galaxy's Edge, but it's unlikely I'll ever be going, so I've not really been paying much attention to it. But Snowman's here saying steak and haggis pie. Is that two different pies, or is it steak and haggis in a pie? Because I don't like haggis, but I do like steak, so I'd have the steak pie, but not the haggis pie. Mince pies, Osric. Yeah, mince pies are good. I do prefer iced mince pies. Normal mince pies can be a little bit too, I don't know, dry-ish, sort of. The ice ones give it a certain sense of sweetness and icing. Timber says, looks very impressive. I'm not sure what we're talking about now, but thank you. Stuart says, our local butcher makes an amazing steak pie. Yeah. As long as you don't put kidneys and stuff like that in it, because you can't be doing that. You can't be messing around with things like that. Nice Snowman, I concur. Is that the steak and haggis pie? Okay, alright. Strauss is in, Strauss Strong. It's 7:18 a.m. here in Australia. G'day, welcome. Thanks for joining us. I haven't seen you here before, but hello and good morning. Cynical Steve says 2017. Now, because I'm on a train, and favourite pie is my own corned beef, potato, and onion. That sounds quite interesting. I like all the individual ingredients. So yeah, I think yeah, that could work. Lord Barkley says spaghetti bolognese and sponge cake with a jammed coconut with custard. What is that pie? Is it like a custard pie, but not spaghetti bolognese bog and sponge cake? I don't understand that now. I'm trying to fit all that into a pie, but it doesn't work. I don't know. 3:18 p.m. for Edward, watching The Resident. I don't know that one. Is it a doctory thing? Sounds like it should be a doctory thing, or someone who lives somewhere. Not sure. Snowman says steak and haggis together. But yeah, no. Going anywhere nice, Steve. Ray's here in Malta. Back home from hospital. I'm glad to hear it. I hope everything's worked out okay and you don't have to go back anytime soon in a hurry. So I'm happy for you, Ray. Good. What we got? Steak and kidneys and cherry pie for dessert. Cherry's not so. No, apple's the better dessert pie, definitely. Yeah. Timber, take a look at the vids, Chris. It's impressive to see what they've created. A ride on board a Star Destroyer. I will have a look. Yeah. A lot of these Disney things are they just throw so much money at them that they can make them look however they want, and animatronics and special effects and things. But yeah, I will have a look. That sounds intriguing. Orc Boys is here. Good evening. Just been watching Arch Warhammer. What's Arch Warhammer? Is that? I don't know. Is that Warhammer very versus each other, or really high level, or what? What's what? 2020. Hubnut in New Zealand on YouTube. I don't know what Hubnut is. I think did we talk about this the other week? I don't remember what Hubnut is, but something to do with cars. I'm thinking. I don't know. Skullfish 2020. Not Skullfish 2020 because that'd be like the future. A little bit into the future. Watching loads of 3D printing stuff on the tubes. Yeah, 3D printing is cool. I've got a 3D printer just over there. I haven't used it for a few weeks. I've got things that I think, oh, I can print that, but I've never got to the stage of I can just leave that running and go out and do other things. I have to stay quite local to it to make sure it doesn't spontaneously combust, because I've heard all the scare stories. So I don't do long prints and I have to keep an eye on it and stuff. So yeah. It's basically corned beef hash in a pie. Yep, sounds good. Dr. Thingy. Oh, the TV show, the Resident. Yep, Dr. Thingy. Good. I like that. And Ray says, thank you. There's no problem. Always nice to hear that people are recovering and getting better. Right, it's 23 minutes past now. I'll have a couple of minutes and then we'll go and have a look in the. I'm not in the store. I'm on Monday night mode still. We're going to have a look in the Gross group and see what pictures people have been posting. Excuse me. All right. Yes, so that's that. Let's have a look over. There's still time to join and post things because it's always there, basically. You can post things whenever you like and whatever you want to do. Why is that not coming up like that, though? Why are these pictures not loading properly? That's strange. Let's try again. Photos. For some reason, my photos aren't loading very well from here. It's not even loading up the information of who's posted what. That's very strange. It's like my internet's gone on the go slow, but it hasn't. Unless people are using the internet in their house and I haven't noticed. Are you all sneaking around using the internet on me? Hubnut is an English YouTuber who champions the not so glamorous cars currently touring New Zealand. Oh, right, okay. Right, that's not loading that up. So let's load up the group again and see if we can't find the photos in better resolution and with actual, you know, ability to switch between photos. It isn't. It really isn't. That's very strange. Let's have a look and see if we can't do it, because it's always nice to show the stuff and your stuff, and it's even nicer because it gives me something to talk about for, you know, several minutes. Right, I got a picture, but it's not that good. I got a picture of George being in the pub. For some reason, my pictures aren't loading as well as they should. Let's just randomly pick one there. Yeah, it's loading up as low resolution. Okay, I shall try sharing the screen anyway. We'll see what happens. It might, you know. My decent iPad and phone have disconnected from the internet, says Joa. The show may disappear very shortly. Yeah, things might not work as well as they should. It seems my internet might be playing up a little bit, although it seems to be okay. It says it's okay. Let me just run a quick speed test while we're here and see how the connection is. Ping's very good. The connection speed is lovely. So, no, everything should be alright. I don't know why it isn't. But the Facebook seems to be not responding very well. So I can go through some pictures, but it might be one at a time and unfortunately lower resolution than normal. But we'll see. Let me share the screen. Share the application window of the Gross Group. There we go. Right, let's do that. Let's get rid of me from the corner there, because I'll be looking sideways at that, so I can still see the chat. Right. I remember looking at them last week, and that, and it was Thanksgiving, wasn't it? So I remember Spid putting that one up. Don't remember that one. And for some reason, it's not giving me any information about it. Normally, it would be telling me who put it. I'm assuming it's Steve, because it looks like one of Steve's. Does it tell me if I hover over it? Or let's open it up in a new tab. What is that going to do? There we go. Steve Mundy had some bits, but it's not loading it now. Great. Had some bits left over, so I made a start on a something. Yeah, Facebook seems to be not liking me at the moment, so my video is very clear. Yeah, the pages, but as soon as I click on one of these, look, it goes a bit pixely and doesn't sort of load the picture very well. Sprueglu's asking if Gemma's been pressing buttons. That could be the thing. Gemma does break technology just by getting a bit too close to it. Yeah, so yeah, apologies for the group this week not working as intended. I shall have to come back to it next week, I think, and we'll do 2 weeks next week and try and figure out what's been happening with it, because that's not right. You can't do that. If I can't tell you at least who put the picture up, then there's not much point. So pic looks clear, just no info. Yeah, it's not as clear as it should be. Trust me, it's quite pixely, and I mean, it might be coming through on the internet not as sharp as it should be, but sharp enough. But if I can't see any info about it, there's not really much point. Nothing to do with me, says Gemma. Yeah, that's what everyone would say if it was their fault as well. Right. In that case, as nobody's here, and it's been half an hour already, I shall actually switch to my other camera and do something. I'll do something that I've been told off for not doing yet. So let me endeavour to switch to the other camera, and we'll see if it works. it should work, because, you know, I do these things from time to time. There we go, look. So, let me put some lights on so we can see what we're doing. Right, there we go. This is, oh, it's on autofocus because I've changed my cameras. It's alright. I'll leave it on autofocus because that's okay. This is my normal Warhammer camera that I do. No, let me open my software for adjusting focus, because that's going to be annoying. It keeps slipping in and out of there. That's what I want. That's what I want. Let me get that open. Turn off autofocus and make the focus about there. That's where you can see things. Right. Let me move you over there so I can see you on the other screen. Get rid of that. Right. What I'm going to do, because I've got it down here. As I say, this is the war boar that I've been painting. But I'm not going to do that now because it's not Sunday, so I can't do Warhammer on Sunday. I'm going to build a kit. This is a kit that I got from Gemma, actually, for must have been birthday, because it was that sort of time ago. No glue, no paint, just build. It's a quick build from FX, the Red Arrows. It's I haven't even opened it yet, so yeah. It basically, as far as I can tell, is Lego. Not decals, stickers. Yeah. It's FX Lego, as far as I can tell. Let's have a look and see. We've got instructions. Just fit that bit, fit that bit, fit that bit. I'm going to need the instructions because it doesn't make any sense without. Let's have a look. About time, says Gemma. Yeah, is that going to be an orange arrow? No, it's a red arrow. Look, you can tell by the way it's red. It says no paint, so you're not allowed to paint it. Let me get all these bits out. Yeah, it says quick build, but I don't know how quick it's going to be, because obviously I'm still going to be reading the chat. I've got it sitting up just up there now, so I can see it, and hopefully even respond to it. Let me throw things on the floor, move other things out the way, rearrange things. I wasn't intending to use this camera, you see, so nothing is ready. Nothing is prepared. We don't do prepared around here. It just went ping in my ear. That's because a wild spit has appeared. At some point, I can find the mouse pointer, click on the button, and add him to my stream. Welcome, SpitterQ8. Hello.
Hello, hello, hello. How's everybody?
I'm fine. I'm the only one here. So
Red Arrows jet, I see.
yes, I'm going to do an Airfix quick kit because
Cool.
nobody was here, so I thought I'd just do something.
Oh, very good. Very good. Have you got an adult to supervise you while you're doing it?
No, it doesn't say I need one.
Oh, that's all right.
It says 5+.
Oh, well, you're all right.
So, assuming that's IQ, then I'm okay.
Yeah.
I'm good for it. Stuart Hislop says, been meaning to ask you about your Games Workshop paint pot holder, which holds the cap open. Did you make it yourself? I did not. We're talking about this. This was gifted to me as a 2-year YouTube anniversary earlier in the year from Dad in the chat there now. If you talk to him nicely, he's got a little sideline going where he makes them.
Maker of all magnificent things made of plastic.
Yes, it's Dad's Devices is the non-copyright license holder. Yeah, so looking at these bits, they are Lego. They don't say Lego on them. They've got HH written on them. don't know who HH is, but yeah. So let's see if we can't do this very quickly. We need that bit. You can see, you can't see the instructions on there. That bit, look there, that bit.
I have a sneaking suspicion that might be a wing.
It's a wing, yep. I've got another one somewhere. I saw it a minute ago, but I don't need that yet. I need that bit, not that bit. It looks a bit like that bit, but without that bit on it. It's harder than I thought. There it is.
Do you know what? This has just actually reminded me that you've not done anything Metal Earth-wise for a while.
I did think about that earlier on. I thought, I've got that half bumblebee that I've got. Look, it's there. Look, it's the bits I haven't done yet are still in the packet. They sit in the background of all of my streams and don't get built. I will at some point go back and do more of that. You've got more to do yourself, or?
No, I only had that Millennium Falcon.
You only picked up the Aluminium Falcon.
The Aluminium Falcon, yeah. That one I gave to my son, but I do quite fancy having a go at another one. To be honest, I might have a look and see what's available.
Well, there you go. When you find one,
a little.
When you find one that you like, give me a shout and we'll arrange a stream.
Marvelous, will do. Yeah, because they're a nice little.
Otherwise, I won't.
From the norm.
Hey.
Fiddly bendy bits of metal and all that.
Yes, that's what they're all about. They're all fiddly bits. They're all lovely. I can't find a bit. Is it that bit? I don't know which bit it is. It looks a bit like that bit. Is that going to go on there? That sort of fits in the right place and sort of curves around, so I'm sure that'll do. People just saying hello. Stuart says, "Oh, Dad, can I get one for my Christmas?" And then Dad's put his email address up there. Spruglu has a question for you, SpiddyQ8. He says, "Where did the name SpiddyQ8 come from?" And I have a question for you. It is SpiddyQ8, not SpideyQ8, or how would you like it pronounced?
Well, I've always said SpiddyQ8 because it's combined of two words, those being Spiddy and Q8. So I'm assuming that Spiddy is pronounced Spiddy. That's how I've always.
It's the name you've chosen for yourself, so you can pronounce it however you like.
It's yeah, absolutely. But yes, it's thoroughly uninteresting. It was basically it was two stickers that I was looking for a name that was a little bit different from me, and there were a couple of stickers, and it's Spiddy Q8. I thought, well, that's going to be memorable. So, it's one of those things that when people see it, you'd hope they wouldn't sort of forget. It's kind of like working on the same principle of Jerry Dorsey changing his name to Engelbert Humperdinck.
Oh, right, yeah.
Because, if it was just Jerry Dorsey, people would be, after a few years, they'd be like, who? Whereas you can't really forget Engelbert Humperdinck.
This is harder to forget, yeah.
German, or possibly Austrian, but he was an actual composer. And I didn't know that until a few years ago.
All right,
I had no idea. But yeah, he was an actual real person.
Okay, my next follow-up question, therefore, is what were these stickers that you saw that you stole the names from?
Well,
what was a
Q8 was an oil thing, wasn't it? It was like obviously Q8, but it was Q and number 8. It was a mate who worked. Well, his dad had a garage, and it was the monitor that they used to have in the garage. So they used to get stickers that were related to the mechanical trade, and they used to get all sorts of like freebies and pens and giveaways and stuff like you do.
Right.
And she used to stick stuff all over. Used to stick stuff all over his monitor.
Okay.
Spiddy, I don't know. There's a motorbike accessory clothing supplier which is Siddi, Sidi. Spiddy, I don't know. I'm assuming it's got to be something to do with mechanical stuff, or
is it not that you just copied it down wrong?
No, it was definitely Spiddy, definitely. It might have been to do with commercial stuff because they used to work on coaches and things. So coaches and buses and stuff. So I don't know. I might have to Google that and find out.
You're gonna have to go and Google yourself. If you Google yourself and it comes up with yourself, that's the ultimate. It's worked, isn't it?
Yes, absolutely. I'm just going to have a look, Speedy.
If you can't find the origins of your name because all the search results give you your name. Well, this is quite a quick build. I'll give you that. It's building and it's happening quite quickly.
It is actually another motorcycle clothing thing.
All right.
I'm sure there's one which is City as well, unless I got that one wrong. No, there's definitely a City also. But City seemingly do other sports shoes and such. Yeah, City do boots, motorbike boots. So like super funky racing motorbike boots with all sorts of fancy fastening systems and clip-ons and sliders and on titanium stuff and like that kind of thing. Where's my camera? There.
All right, yeah.
So there's a City and there's a Spiddy, and Spiddy is motorcycle clothing and City is motorcycle boots. So there you go. It's a motorcycle thing. I thought it was just City was the whole motorcycle. But there you go.
There we go. I hope that answered your question, whoever that was.
So yes, there you go. Thoroughly unexciting, but hey.
I've almost finished.
That is indeed a quick kit.
When it says quick build, they weren't joking.
You're not kidding.
It goes on there. And
question for Bruce: is that a particular specific type of jet?
It is. It's Red Arrows.
Of course, yes.
So it'll be something I can't remember what they use now.
I know they use the Hawk, and there were two different ones, weren't there?
Yes, RF Red Arrows Hawk. There we go.
Well, what was the other one? Somebody in the chat will know, I'm sure.
Somebody in the chat knows more than I know. Yes.
It did look kind of similar. I always
for some reason you can put that on, or you can not put that on, and use the stand.
Okay. Oh, but you can't use the stand with the.
You can't use the stand with the. I don't know what that is. It's not a rocket. So, there we go. I've done it. I've put the stickers on now.
Have a look. Hi to everyone that's saying hi. I'm just having a look at the chat now. Squishy.
Yeah, everyone's saying motorcycle clothing says Falcon Nomad.
Everyone.
Cranoman says Google yourself. Sounds a bit rude to me. Have you never Googled yourself? I'm sure most people have Googled
something
themselves.
I generally do in private. Yes.
Snowman's got to go. Don't you hate you when family just turn up at the door? Yeah, pretty much always, yes. Yeah.
How bloody rude of them. Send them away. Tell them you're busy.
Do they not know that I'm on telly? It's Man United Arrow, I think. Says,
I was just looking at that, thinking, what's a manitude? No, yes, Man United.
AJ says Bad Hawk used to use the Nat. BAE Hawk.
The Nat, that was it.
Nat, yeah.
The Nat and the Hawk. I knew there were two that they used.
All right, so we've got stickers. They've got numbers on them as well, so it's nice and easy. I'll take it off the stand again. Where's number one? One is the rondels. Ones are the rondels, which you can't get the wrong way around because they're round. You can't. They can rotate wherever you like them. So it goes in about there. It's sort of over that a little bit and up a bit past that and just next to that.
So you're not going to paint this orange before you put the stickers on, mate?
I'm not going to paint it orange at all because I'd get certain parts of my anatomy would be abused and it'd be quite painful for me to paint it orange. I do like red. Red's a good colour.
It is.
Orange is only the war hamster colour, as I mentioned earlier.
Ah, yes. Special war hamster camouflage.
War hamster camouflage, indeed. Right, so we've got... I'm not going to look for numbers anymore. I've got this one, which is either 6 or 9, depending on which way up you've got the paper. I'm guessing it's 6, because it's got to go on the back here. Right to the back.
Oh. Very patriotic.
Trouble with stickers is that they're sticky. I'll say trouble with...
that's a general idea of them, though, isn't it?
it's one of the troubles, but it's also one of the major good points as well. If
If
they
it
weren't
wasn't
sticky,
they wouldn't be very good at
they
all.
they what would you call a sticker that isn't sticky?
Paper. Well, they're not. They're kind of like a plastic, aren't they? I don't know
They're
what.
sort of like like vinyl type.
Yeah. Well, a not sticker, maybe.
A not sticker, yeah, not anti-stick.
A faller, a dropper.
I didn't answer my own time and telly earlier on. I must admit, I've drifted away from NCIS. I've started watching a different series. I've started watching Torchwood again.
Telly, time and telly. Well, time obviously,
Time,
telly,
yeah, they know what the time is because it's here.
I've been catching up on the last 2 seasons of Man in the High Castle.
I haven't watched any of that. Well, I watched the first episode and didn't enjoy it.
And the ending. What are they doing? And there's not going to be another season.
I can say it's the actual ending.
I can't say any more than that because anybody who's watching it, But ooh.
Is that a bad?
Or? It's just wrong. It's not bad. It's just kind of like if any of you watched Lost, and then it got to the very last episode, and everyone went, "What? What was that?" It's a bit.
It's like that.
Along those lines. Yeah.
Okay, I assume it's all a dream or something. Then is it?
No, not quite. No.
Someone got out of the shower and dreamt the last 12 years.
Yeah, it was. Yeah. Yes, very. It's kind of frustrating. It's not bad, but it's frustrating. Well, it's brilliant series. I've never actually read the book. I really must. I don't know how much of the book is in the show.
Well, apparently the first season was basically the book.
Right.
And then from there on, they've obviously stretched it out somewhat.
Yeah. It's one of those books I've had on my must-read list forever and ever and never got around to it. But I must read it.
Yeah, it's on that list that you must read. You mentioned that.
But there are certain books that everybody should read. 1984 is one of them.
Yep,
everybody should read that.
That Fahrenheit one, is it 451 or something, or 259 or
451?
451.
Ray Bradbury. That's quite good. It's the old film of it was a bit chunky effects wise, but quite good. It followed the story fairly closely. But yeah, it's not a bad book. But 1984 is very, very good. It's a bit, in some respects, it's a bit sort of near the knuckle with regards to
how things actually turned out. Yeah.
How things are in certain places in the world, and even.
Well, he wrote it in 1948, didn't he?
Somewhere like that. Yeah,
he wrote it in 1948 and didn't have a title for it, so he just flipped around the date.
Oh, so that's where it came from, right?
That's where it came from. Yeah.
I see.
See,
very good.
You learn things on my streams.
Yeah, I didn't know that.
Some things you learn on my streams are even correct.
I feel enlightened. It's like almost like a fact of the day.
Almost, yeah.
Yeah. So yes, and then obviously I've been looking at the Mandalorian.
Yeah, I haven't been watching that.
Which is really entertaining, I've got to say.
Yeah, it's one that I will watch, and I'm sure I will enjoy, but just not quite yet.
I think I would like to find out what species Yoda is, because I'm starting to get really annoyed at everyone calling this creature Baby Yoda, because it's obviously not Yoda.
Well, there was lots of things about it might be a clone and stuff.
Right. I mean, it's obviously not Yoda because Yoda's still a Force ghost in the new Star Wars movies.
Yeah.
So, and this was after the Empire's destroyed after the Death Star's been blown up and what have you, and before the new ones. So it's obviously not Yoda. But
Yeah,
I
but
don't know.
they've got to call him something.
Yeah, but it's what they need to do is find out what the species is. It's like if you got a baby Wookiee, you'd say baby Wookiee. You wouldn't say baby Chewbacca, would you?
No, because we know the name of the species, but we don't know the name of Yoda's species.
So we need to know what Yoda's species is. Are there any Star Wars people out there who might know this?
No, nobody knows. They haven't announced it. It's not been a thing. There you go. I finished. It was a quick build.
That looks very, very good indeed.
It works. It does the job.
Yeah.
There we go.
Marvelous.
I shall bring myself back to the other camera, I think, because you know, now you're here as well. I can talk to you as well. I need to press a button somewhere. That one. I think that button, and then I should be able to do that. To do that.
Ah.
Haha! I have returned.
Oh, a red jacket to match the red arrows.
Yes. It's just in case you thought there was some trickery and it wasn't actually my hands building the thing. It was. Look, there it is. Yes. So there you go. Done now. Now my wife will stop moaning at me that I haven't built it yet, because I obviously have. Let me have a look through the chat and see what we have missed out on. AJ has just taken delivery of his Polar Lights 1350 USS Enterprise refit, and it's a monster. Yeah, 350 it would be quite large.
Are you going to be lighting it up and doing all that business with the fibre optics?
The Polar Lights one is lit, I think.
Is it right?
I think their thing is they do lit kits, but okay. I could be wrong. Dad says Lost was excellent. It was excellent, and then they did sort of lose their way at the end.
It was just that last episode was a bit, and Man in the High Castle's a bit the same. So, but it's still worth watching. It's been a brilliant series, ever so good. And I want them to make a season 5. It's just regular.
They did 5. There were 5 seasons of Lost. You're talking about High Castle.
Says he's not a species. He's got to be a species. He can't have just appeared from nowhere. He's not.
Well,
he's not like a divine green pointy-eared creature. He's got to be from somewhere. Everybody has a species.
Stuart says, does anyone subscribe to Disney Plus? No, because it's not available in the UK yet. Not until March, I think. But yeah, I'm sure I will do, because it's got all the things on it to watch, isn't it? Yeah.
Yes. Well, especially, of course, with Star Wars being Disney now as well.
Yeah. Now it's got to go. See you another time. Got some jobs to do before I'm a Celebrity starts. Yeah, okay. I'll admit I don't watch it, but yeah. Bye.
I think I would wait until I'm a Celebrity starts to go and do jobs.
Yeah, that's probably the no. We can't say that. Falcon says he's not a species. He was never designated one. He is a species. We just don't know the name of the species. That's the thing. Yeah.
I think tonight's task for the chat should be to decide what species Yoda is. To think of a name for his species.
Well, everyone's going to, because there was Yoda, and the female one that was on the Jedi Council was like Yodel or something, wasn't it?
I don't know.
So, there was in the prequel trilogy, there was another one, a female version on the Jedi Council.
Right.
And she was called Yodel or something. I don't think it was not the delivery company.
Yodel.
But everyone's going to assume that the species name has got to start with a Y or that sort of thing, but it doesn't work that way.
Not necessarily. I don't know.
Spur and Glue says Yoda is now listed as a Lannic.
Lannic.
Yeah.
Okay.
Master Yoda species
it's 4 million like the high on the midichlorian scale of midichlorians.
This species of small carnivorous humanoids produced several well-known members of the Jedi Order during the times of the... Yeah, so there you go. Cynical Steve says, surely Yoda's a Muppet. I don't know if Muppet's the species as such. It's the... it might be a sort of
I think it's more about the fuzzy kind of character, isn't it, Muppet?
Maybe he identifies as a Muppet, but
Maybe. Right. Apparently,
yeah, Donald F. Gluck's novelization of Star Wars Episode 5, The Empire Strikes Back, referred to Yoda as an elf. Well, he's got the pointy ears, but yeah. I think back then, when they were writing novelizations, they weren't subjected to exactly the same level of everything as they are now.
Yeah, elf. I don't know. Elf's just a bit too this world, isn't it?
Not exactly. We don't have elves.
That's what you think. Well, it's as in it's not Star Wars. It's other fantasy, isn't it?
Yeah. But then again, I mean, there's Star Wars always had crossovers with other things, isn't it? I mean, there's ETs in the.
This is true. Yes. Yeah.
So
yeah, E.T. and apparently Indiana Jones and all that.
Well, there's lots of things that slip in through special effects and stuff. I mean, there are a Batmobile on the Falcon or something, or Falcon on the Batmobile, or something. There's cross pollination of things.
Yeah, there was
one of the asteroids in the asteroid scene was a potato, and
yes, yeah, there was something about an explosion as well, and a part that flew across the screen was from something else.
Oh right, yeah.
I forget what that one was, but it was apart from another sci-fi thing, and it's like the Sorcerer of the Enterprise or something.
Oh right, yeah.
Something daft like that. But I quite like Lanik. Lanik's working for me. Yeah. I think we'll go with that.
Next you'll tell us fairies don't exist, says Spruglo. I would never say anything like that. Oh dear. All right, let me now we've got Spid here as well. I'm just going to see if the gross group is opening up now, because you know it should. Don't know why it wasn't. No, it still isn't. The pictures are still not loading properly. They're just loading low quality and no descriptions for them. So I don't know why.
What was the pictures on the Facebook group? You mean?
Yeah. I can't open them properly.
How strange.
Try on the phone.
Let's see if I can plug my jar.
Because it's got lots of people posting in the group still, but yeah, they're loading up fine on the phone, which is using the same Wi-Fi and everything. So I don't know. Nobody knows.
Scream at the kids and the missus. Get off the Wi-Fi.
They probably are, but no, it's all the Wi-Fi's working lovely. So I don't know. Stuart says Star Wars is more science fantasy, while Star Trek is science fiction. Yeah, I don't know.
Yes,
I've never quite got the division between them. Star Wars is more.
I think it's because of the kind of magical aspect and the Jedi and everything, isn't it?
Yeah, but I mean, you get magical aspect like Q and stuff in Trek, so.
Yeah, but
any advanced science, any science advanced far enough in front of what we know will seem like magic, and you know.
Well, this is true. Yes.
Pascal says try incognito, then it loads without the cache. I shall try that. Yep. Let me click that button, and I can't remember where to use it. New incognito window. Let's try that. You've got incognito, it says. Now I'll have to type in the web address, which is facebook.com/groups.
Falcon Nomad has just checked Yoda on Wikipedia. We are eagerly awaiting to discover what he or she has found.
Okay, we shall await that. I've got to log into Facebook because obviously it's forgotten all my cookies and stuff. Let's have a look. Photos. Open up a photo. No, it's being exactly the same. So thank you for the idea, Pascal, but no, it's having none of it.
How very strange.
I have just checked Yoda on Wikipedia. Falcon Nomad. Yeah, Wikipedia is just one of the great things, isn't it? I'm assuming anyone else can open the Gross Group without any problems. If you open the Gross Group and go to photos, does it just give you photos, or
I would, but I've already
I
got
wasn't necessarily meaning you. I was meant anybody else.
streaming, and my internet is not the best.
Yeah, I wouldn't want you to push it any further than you already have. Strange. I mean,
think
everything else seems to be working
Quano
and
Man
loading.
thinks that Fox might be a Wookiee. I think.
Fox might be a Wookiee.
Yes, I think we should measure Fox's ears when he is near the car radio.
He hasn't got the height for being a Wookiee. He's not tall enough.
Not a Wookiee, a Yoda.
And no, you can't call him a Yoda. You know the species now. You're getting cross with people calling it Baby Yoda when you know it's not Yoda. You're just doing it now.
I know, Alanic. Unless, of course, it means maybe he's secretly a not a Gundam. What do they call him?
Gungan. Gungan. With
Gungan.
With two
G's. Similar to Gundam.
Yeah, similar to Gundam. It's easy to get them two confused.
Yes. Oh, now there's a crossover for you.
Yeah.
Yes. A Jar Jar Gundam.
Just had to have big flappy ears and stuff, wouldn't it?
Yes. Mm.
Yeah, not sure about that. I don't think that will take off. So yeah.
You never know. Everyone went mad for the Jar Jar backpacks. Mike says they're doing the same.
Yeah, photos just shows the normal message feed, and Dead says it's doing the same. Actually, let me just check a different website. Make sure it's not just the Gross Group that's playing up. Let me go to the. Have a look at the Boom Hut.
Probably a Facebook thing. It'll be being overloaded by people
pictures.
Doing the elf yourself nonsense.
The Model Makers Boom Hut is doing exactly the same thing with pictures as well.
Yeah,
they're just opening up low quality without the text, so it's obviously a Facebook thing at the moment. So
it's disgraceful. All the money that we pay for this app is shameful.
All the money they make out of selling us advertising stuff and things on it.
Yeah, absolutely.
Boom Hut works, says Pascal. It doesn't work for me. It's doing exactly the same for me as it was.
Right, Pascal, you need to get yourself on the live stream so you can share some pictures.
Oh, photos started working here now. Okay, well they weren't working. I should try one more time. So they were working, but they were coming up low quality, and yeah, they're still coming up low quality. Pics and descriptions look clear down here, says Gemma. Yeah, they're not doing it for me here.
She's on a laptop. And
no, she'll be on an iPad.
Oh, right.
So that's fine. It looks a little bit different on an iPad.
You can throw the iPad up. It's even easier than a laptop.
Yeah, but I can't share it from here because. There we go. iPhone. Actually, she says.
That's easier still than iPhone.
Yeah. I theoretically might be able to do it. Let's have a look and see. Because I can join. Let's have a look. No, it's not letting me. I tried it. Safari. Let's use Safari. Let's put that in there. No, it's not liking me.
How strange.
Let's try again. Might be able to do that, and then try that. Oh look, it's working. It might be working. I can try signing in. Oh, I might be joining as me as a thing, and then I might be able to share it from that. So we'll see.
Pascal says it's also broken there. So it's not working for him and Edward Leonard.
Yeah, iPhone is using an app most likely. Probably, yeah.
I think it's probably an intermittent Facebook problem then, by the sound of it.
It sounds that way. Let's just try. That's all muted, so that's okay. Device is not connected. I can come in. Look, there's me
Woohoo!
as my other me. So I can't share screen from here though.
Oh, okay.
Okay. Yeah. That didn't work quite as well as I thought it was going to, because it wouldn't let me share the screen because it's a app thing. It's just for joining things. But oh well. Next week I shall return and do more of the sharing thing, assuming it actually works. I keep trying it and it keeps not working. If I leave it on a picture long enough, it might come up. I'll just sit here and wait.
Yeah,
No,
like I
it's not
said,
coming up.
I don't think I can. I've not got a facility to share from the phone either, so assuming
No.
that would work. But
Sprue and Glue says bust here too. Pascal says broken. Yeah.
no, I think
It's,
it must just be a Facebook being overloaded with Christmassy
other than
nonsense.
loading up the iPad and holding it up in front of the camera, which is almost going to be as bad. It's just not worth it. So apologies for that. I know you like to see this stuff. I will remember to go back 2 weeks because I know which ones we'd already seen. So we shall come back and see them. We've got some from Steve, and I can't remember. Someone did a lithophane from their 3D printer, and someone's done a war ball that looks really, really good.
Very good. The same one as the one you're doing.
But yeah, it might be mine. There's some of the Warhammer things. There's a snow speeder. There's some things. There's the Arc Fighter from Star Wars. There's a Gundam thing, and there's a picture of the pub that George Gabriel's sitting in.
Ooh, a proper pub, an English pub.
He's in a proper pub. He's not in England, but yes,
I
it's a
see.
proper pub-like thing. So I shall do that next week.
Traditional pub style bar.
Traditional pub style, yes. So yeah. Other than that, that's it. Have you got anything you've been up to this week, or I haven't really done introduction-y things?
Model-wise, no, nothing since the helicopter. And the only thing I have been doing of vaguely any interest is buying Christmas presents for my son. I've got him
if he might watch this, don't tell him.
It doesn't watch this, so. We have got him. I bloody hope he doesn't watch this. He doesn't normally, but I've got him. He's really into his music at the moment,
right.
and I've got him one of these, which is an interface
audio file 2x2 24-bit something.
Yeah, and it's a super duper music thing that allows you to plug musical things into it, and then you plug this into the computer, and then you do stuff with it, and it's really cool apparently. So it looks impressive. There's lots of buttons and dials and
yeah, I can see a couple of buttons and dials and knobs.
Yeah, so that's cool. And then in addition to that, I've got in this guitar pedal, which is been sort of umming and ahhing over for a while. It's got loads and loads of effects. One of my mates has got one of these, and apparently it's like the business, and it's got like 1,000,001 effects and all sorts of clever stuff and built-in tuners and God knows what. So,
cool.
So you obviously stick your guitar into that and then stick that into your amp, and then we've got in one of these ridiculous gaming mice,
All right,
things,
yeah.
which have got like buttons and light up in about 50 different colours because
you'd like to have your hands glowing while you're playing games. Yeah,
that's cool. So that's what I've got so far from Amazon. Oh, actually, I've got one more cool thing. Hang on, wait there.
We're waiting patiently.
This is important. Bear with me.
Are you still there? Have you gone? I think you might have gone. I can't tell if it's a still picture or not. Oh, now I can hear something. Something moving in the background. That's
Look at that.
wasabi peas.
2 kilos of wasabi peas. That is
Okay.
the best thing I've ever had from Amazon ever.
Is a
amazing.
wasabi pea a normal pea covered in wasabi, or is it
It's
made out of wasabi?
basically
Or
it's a freeze dried pea which is
right?
covered in a wasabi sort of sauce powder type
Okay.
stuff, and they're just amazing. They're brilliant for snacks or throw them in salads or curries or anything. Absolutely amazing. Love them.
So this is sorry. Was this a present or?
This was a present from me for me.
Ah, right. Okay. I was wondering why you were eating them if you're going to plan on giving it to somebody.
Yes, they're well, I used to, when I did the shopping, I used to buy, supermarkets sell like little 100-gram bags, and they're like 100 grams for £2 or something. And I was on Amazon a little while ago looking for something, and I saw this as like 15 quid for 2 kilos. It's no brainer.
Okay. So this is the second pot. You've already downed one, yeah?
Oh yes, yeah. This is my second one. I've finished one, and this is my second one.
Edward says your mouth will be burning after you eat all of those. Go on, eat all now. Go on,
Oh,
go on,
they're
go on.
brilliant.
Go on. Keep
The weird
eating.
thing is, I'm not normally into spicy and hot stuff, but these are great. They make all your nose and your nose tingle and your eyes sort of water slightly, and they're brilliant.
Tiger Tank 2 says wasabi peas are delicious. You should try cashews as well.
I've tried them, but I prefer the peas, I've got to say. But there's one of the sort of like Home Bargains or one of those type of shops that do the cashews, and there's another nut that they do, wasabi.
All right, yeah.
But yeah, they're nice. They're nice, but the peas are really nice. I said just either as a snack, just like chucking a handful, or but in salads or curries and stuff like that. When you've finished up a curry, plate it up and then just throw a handful
without
of
telling
those.
anyone.
Beautiful.
Spur and Glue says, "Wow, you have a great stash of bikes."
I do.
Yes, Spid is our bike guy.
Yeah, I just need to start bloody building some. Well, I actually need to finish this one, which is started. But I need to get back on with it and finish that one. And yes, I like my bikes, and I've got a few cars as well down. Hang on. Oh, what's happened?
Oh no, you've turned your camera off.
Hang on. That wasn't intentional. Bear with me.
It's much harder for you to show us stuff if you turn the camera off. It means you have to describe them one by one.
Down at the bottom there, it might be a bit difficult to see, but I've got a few cars as well.
Yeah, they
kind of difficult to see them, but yeah.
Just about make out that it's got more wheels than bikes.
Yeah. But yeah, cars and bikes, they're the things I like. But I do have a few other bits, some armor kits and some bits, aeroplanes and stuff. But I'm definitely more civilian cars and bikes. It's more my thing. I do like them.
Yes, we did notice, but they do seem to be mostly different.
They are. All of those are different. I have got one duplicate, which is a Ducati 916. Only because I actually bought two, because I've shown you the military one I did before with the big Gatling gun on the side. Mm-hmm. Because I knew I wanted to do one like a silly one like that, and then the other one I was going to do normally. And then a friend about a year ago moved house, was having a massive clear out, and he found an old AMT. I think it's an AMT Dukes of Hazzard kit, General Lee, and Ducati 916, which he bought years ago with the intentions of building, never done anything with, and they were just kind of sat there. And he sort of said, "Oh, you built models, don't you? Do you want these?" So I've actually got two 916s, but they're the only duplicated ones. Otherwise, they are all different. I've only got, have I got any? No, I have. I've only got one that's a racing version. Otherwise, they're all no, sorry, two that are racing versions. Otherwise, they're all road bikes. So I'm not really into the racing thing. They're nice enough, but I just prefer road bikes.
Yeah, that's fair enough. You got to have something you like.
Yeah, absolutely, absolutely.
I was just gonna instead of sharing the gross group, I was gonna share the Golden Grot entries and see how many likes and things they got, but it's not loading up the likes because I can't even show you that. So I won't bother with that either. But it's still there. It's still there for a little while. You can still go and look at them and vote. Although you can't see how many votes they've got for now. Oh, you can. There you go. You can. Let me share the screen for that. The Warhammer Uxbridge store is where they're doing it. You can look on Facebook, look for Warhammer Uxbridge. That's where it is. The Golden Grot, November 19. There are 4 entrants. There's that one which has got 6 likes. There's that one which has got 9 likes. There's that one which is Paul glued to the sprue, which has 13 likes, and there's mine which has 42 likes.
Ooh, very good.
So yes, I'm quite proud with the success. I'm hoping that it's just deserved likes because people have seen it and liked it, not just because people have been bullied into liking it.
Not sympathy likes.
Not sympathy likes because he's the one with the YouTube channel. Yeah, so pop along to Warhammer Uxbridge. You don't even have, it's in the window. You can go and have a look. My work is displayed in public, as are all the other entrants. I do quite like that one. I'd say mine and Paul's are the same dragon. It's not even going to load up at all now, is it?
Variation on the painting.
Yeah. The painting was obviously the difference. He's gone blue. I went orange because you have to. But this one's like a skeleton one. That's quite nice. I like that. And the Hydra just sort of filled in the gap. So go and have a last minute vote on that. You've got a couple of days left, and give me some more likes. See if we can break their internet and make a world record of how many likes a thing gets. But like the others if you like them as well. But
that's one of the things I do like about the Warhammer stores, though, the Games Workshop stores, is that everyone that I've seen always features painted examples of
Yes,
of their
yeah.
patrons.
I think they do this sort of competition every month for different themes. This one was like monsters or something.
Yeah, it's just nice. It's kind of like when I used to go into beaties as a kid. They used to have aircraft hanging from the ceiling, and all of the aircraft that were hanging from the ceiling were actually loaned or donated by modelers.
Oh right, yeah.
So there were a few that were built by staff in store or whatever, but the vast majority were either loaned or donated by people who'd gone in, bought kits, built them, and brought them back. And I always thought that was kind of nice because as a kid, you looked at these things and the staff would say, "Oh yeah, that's a fella that that went and did this, and he's given us that one back to put on display." And it's they used to have a little cabinet with cars and things like that in as well. It's kind of nice to see that.
Yeah, absolutely. It's nice for somebody that's presenting their work there and say, "Look, that's mine. I like to sit in the window," and for the other people to say, that's just a regular person that's painted that, and you too can do that.
Yeah, it enables you to see what can be done with them as well. So rather than just looking at the box and going, "That looks nice on the box." I remember the one I always remember really clearly, not because of the subject, but because of the method, was a B-17 that was all aluminium.
Oh right. Yeah.
And apparently the fella that had built it used the silver foil from cigarette packets back in the day when you take the thing off and pull the foil out. And he used the silver foil from cigarette packets, which he'd smoothed down and then glued onto each part of the plane. And so it made this entirely aluminium B-17 with cigarette paper foil. Obviously not great for encouraging kids, but you too could build one of those if you start smoking 20 a day.
Yeah, all you need is a 20 a day habit and 6 months. Yeah.
Yeah.
Cool. Timber has a question for you. What do you use as a clear coat for bike and car body panels?
For bike and car stuff, I use Zero. I'll show you the bottle. I use this stuff, which is Zero Clear Coat Lacquer. It's just a cellulose or lacquer clear, single stage, and you spray it on and let it cure. A lot of people go mad about 2K stuff, and I don't recommend that, because I used to work in a garage spraying, and 2K stuff is nasty stuff. That's chemically hardened. You mix in a hardener with you've got your clear, your thinner, and then a hardener, and the stuff that's in the hardener is really toxic and nasty. And you need, when you spray in a garage with that, you're actually supposed to wear an air-fed mask. So you're supposed to wear a full face mask, which is fed air from a separate air source from your compressor, so that you're not breathing. There's no chance of breathing in anything that's in the environment. And even though you're only spraying small amounts, it's still really, really nasty stuff. So I wouldn't recommend any 2K system for use indoors at all for that reason. But this stuff's really, really good. A mist coat on top of it's important, because especially if you're doing a bike with decals, make sure that you just lay down a mist coat first, because if you put it down a wet coat straight on the decals, it can wrinkle it up, as any lacquer paint can. And then once that's splashed off for about 5 minutes, you're quite safe to leave your airbrush with the clear just sitting in the cup for about 5, 10, 15 minutes or so. So leave it 5 minutes, then lay down a wet coat, then another 5 minutes, and then another wet coat on top of that. Let it cure for 24 hours, and then just get some micro mesh and flat it until you've got a super smooth surface, and then some Tamiya polishing compound.
Oh, right. Yeah.
For really deep, glossy, shiny, you can also use enamel. The problem with enamel is it yellows over time.
Oh, right.
It gives you a really deep, shiny finish, but you need about 72 hours for it to cure. And over time, especially if it's in sunlight throughout parts of the day, it will yellow. That's the downside. But this stuff's really good. Just zero clear coat lacquer, part number ZP3002.
Cool.
And one bottle of one jar of that will go a long, long way. My last one did probably five motorbikes and 3 cars, and that's with a bit of spillage and whatnot as well. So it goes a long way.
Tiger Tank 2 has just joined Warhammer Oxford. You don't have to join it, just like the pictures. You're welcome to join it as well, but if it's not your local store, then you're not going to be too interested in promotions and things that they might do. But thank you very much. The Orc Voice says, my local Games Workshop does a Brush Masters painting competition. I've been lucky to achieve 2 gold and 2 platinum certificates. Well done. Congratulations.
Very good.
AJ says, BT's was awesome. I spent all my pocket money there buying 172nd Spitz and a 109, etc. as a sprog. Great days.
BT's was fantastic. I loved it. It was my favourite shop in town. And the best part of it was I used to go over to my mates for the weekend, and we'd go into town on the Saturday morning, and the bus stop to get the bus back to his house was right outside Beatty's.
That was convenient.
So, yeah, absolutely. So we'd go into town, we'd have a quick walk round and do all the regular stuff like WH Smith's for school supplies and all that kind of business.
Yeah, our price.
And then back, and then we'd spend about 2 hours just wandering around Beatty's looking at all the stuff I couldn't afford. And I remember then lusting after all the Tamiya kits, because back then they were high end. Your local sort of paper shops used to sell Matchbox, Airfix, and occasionally the odd Revell kit.
Yeah.
But
Tamiya was the one.
It's Beatty's was just it was like heaven on earth for a kid. It was amazing.
Shane says, anyone else got the new Revel 124th Land Rover kit yet? I had a quick look at sprues, etc. It looked quite impressive. I haven't. It doesn't interest me either, but I know a lot of people will be interested in that, so yeah, it sounds good.
That's something that I would have thought Fox might have gone for. I know he's not one for cars, but he really liked his Land Rover.
He likes Land Rovers, yeah. Don't know, maybe. Once he's done, he's got enough backlog of his own kits. I think
This is
once he's
true.
done the Falcon for e-models, he's going to be doing something Warhammer for e-models. So, yeah,
Right.
he's got a while before he needs anything else, I think.
Yeah. Quite looking forward to the Falcon, I've got to say.
Yep, yeah, he should be starting that
You
in the
know,
next month or so. I thought, yeah.
I did watch his Eagle thing, but I just can't get excited about that shit.
No, I must admit the Eagle is just scaffolding.
Yeah, it
I
is.
don't find it.
It's just a load of rigging with a pod on the front and
Yeah.
4 feet, isn't it? And some engines. It's just
Yeah. It's probably realistic, but it's not.
yeah, oh, yeah,
It doesn't do
yeah.
anything for me.
But something like the Liberator from Blake 7, which I think is an interesting.
It's a sexier spaceship. Yeah.
Yeah, and you know, and the Enterprise and Star Wars, they're just interesting. They've got a lot more character to them.
Yeah.
So I'm quite looking forward to watching the Falcon.
Yes. Yeah. I've got my tickets to go and watch the next Star Wars film, which is 2 weeks today.
Fabulous.
So yes, there won't be an evening with anybody in 2 weeks' time because I'm not going to be here. I'm going to be in the cinema.
Right.
So yeah.
I'm going to see my son. It's my son's birthday on the 15th, and then Christmas obviously coming up shortly thereafter. So I'm hoping I can kind of combine a birthday visit with a journey to the cinema with him as well.
You might have to just accidentally take him. Yeah.
Yeah, absolutely.
Right, it's about that time, so I'm gonna finish it up. Thanks for popping in, Spid. Nice to chat and catch up. I'll see you next time. I'll kick you to the back room, but if you want to hang around, I'll say goodbye properly after we've gone off air. But if not,
no, I'm actually going to scoot off because I've not eaten yet, and I'm desperate for proper food other than wasabi peas.
Just eat all the wasabis, yeah.
Me and my wasabi peas will say good night and thanks everybody.
Yep, thanks for coming in. Good night.
Okay, bye now.
And thank you all for coming along and watching and joining and I built a thing. Look, it doesn't normally happen on a whole kit built and talked about and stuff. Yeah, it was quite good fun. It's not anything terribly realistic or difficult, but it's good fun. So have a look at those. As ever, it's Thursday today, so the next thing that I'm going to be doing is Warhamster, back with the War Boar, little finishing touches on him and starting on the actual Mega Knob himself. Well, not starting on, because I've already started on him. Getting some more done on him. And yeah, that's Sunday. Fox will almost certainly have his Warhammer show at 3 p.m. Mine's obviously 8 p.m. And then Monday will be E-Models again. And next Thursday is back me and the gang. Hopefully some of the gang, you never know. I haven't got another thing. I might find something else that I can build if I'm left on my own again. Thanks for joining me. We'll see you again soon. As I say, next thing for me, Sunday night. But the internet's always here. You can always watch something else, while you're waiting. But thank you for joining me. I'll click on the goodbye button. I'll try and find it. It's there somewhere. It's the one that says ending on it. Yeah, I'll click that in a minute for the ending. Thank you for joining me, and we'll see you soon for more stuff. I shall click the intro titles and see you soon. Good night. Bye-bye.